In today's world, it is no longer shocking to see older men dating younger women. Celebrities, businessmen, and even everyday people are openly forming relationships where the age difference is 10, 15, or even 20 years. For some, it works beautifully. For others, it becomes a painful lesson filled with mistakes, miscommunication, and even heartbreak. The truth is, a younger woman and an older man can absolutely build a meaningful and lasting connection, but only if it's handled with maturity, respect, and balance. The problem arises when older men forget the dynamics at play and commit certain errors that instantly sabotage the relationship. This article will walk you through the biggest mistakes older men make with younger women and why you should never do them if you want the relationship to survive. By the end, you'll understand not only what not to do but also how to carry yourself with dignity, charm, and masculine confidence. Never act like her sugar daddy. One of the most common traps older men fall into is believing that money is the foundation of attraction. Yes, financial stability can be appealing, but when money becomes the main pillar of the relationship, you turn from being her man into being her sponsor. She starts to see you less as a partner and more as a provider. You lose respect because the relationship feels transactional. Once the money flow stops or becomes less exciting, she may lose interest. Instead, lead with your character, wisdom, and presence. Financial stability is a bonus, not the bait. Never try to be young again. Many older men make the mistake of competing with younger men by trying to act as if they are still in their 20s. Dressing like teenagers, forcing themselves into trends they don't understand, or overindulging in nightlife can make you look insecure. Younger women are often attracted to older men because they carry maturity and stability. If you throw that away in an attempt to look hip, you lose the very thing that made you attractive. Don't dye your beard neon blue. Don't suddenly use slang you don't understand. Don't pretend you love TikTok if you actually don't. Be proud of your age. Confidence in who you are is far sexier than pretending to be someone you're not. Never get insecure about her attention. Younger women naturally have more social attention. They get DMs, likes, stares, and comments all the time. If you, as an older man, constantly get jealous, stalk her phone, or interrogate her about male friends, you will push her away. Insecurity is poison. It makes you look weak, controlling, and unattractive. Instead, trust your presence. If she chose you, it's because you offer something that younger men don't: maturity, depth, stability, and wisdom. Never treat her like a trophy. Some older men parade a younger woman on their arm to boost their ego. They show her off to friends, brag about her looks, or treat her as proof of their masculinity. This is a major mistake because no woman, young or old, wants to feel objectified. She wants to be seen as a person, not just as the young girlfriend. Treat her as an equal partner, not as an accessory to your status. Never talk down to her. Age difference does not mean superiority. Mansplaining, belittling her opinions, or constantly reminding her of your experience will only create resentment. While you may have lived longer, it doesn't mean her perspective is irrelevant. Respect her mind. Listen when she talks. Younger women admire older men who teach with humility, not arrogance. Never pretend you're not older. Some men hide their age or lie about how old they are, fearing rejection. But dishonesty is a relationship killer. If she finds out you shaved off 10 years just to impress her, she'll question everything else about you. Own your age. There's nothing wrong with being 45 or 55. In fact, embracing it shows authenticity and strength. Never rush or drag commitment. The age gap can create different expectations. Sometimes the younger woman may want to take things slowly, while the older man feels pressure because of his age. Or, on the flip side, she may want long-term security, but he's only looking for fun. The mistake: not communicating clearly. Don't push her into marriage. Don't drag her along without commitment. Set expectations openly and honestly. Never stop working on yourself. One of the worst mistakes older men make is becoming complacent. They stop exercising, stop grooming, stop learning, and expect the younger woman to stay attracted simply because they are older. Wrong. Attraction is earned daily. If she sees you neglecting your health, your ambitions, and your growth, she'll lose respect. Stay sharp. Read, travel, exercise. Keep building yourself. That's what makes you magnetic across ages. Never compare her to older women. Saying things like, "Women my age are too difficult," or "That's why I only date younger women," will instantly make her feel objectified. She doesn't want to be compared, she wants to be valued for who she is. Respect her individuality, not just her youth. Never treat sex as a transaction. Some men enter these relationships thinking their role is to provide money, and her role is to provide beauty and intimacy. This dynamic will eventually collapse. Sex should never be transactional, it should be about connection, desire, and mutual attraction. When you reduce it to an exchange, you lose passion. Never forget the power imbalance. Older men often have more financial power, social status, or experience. This imbalance can easily slip into manipulation, whether intentional or not. Always be aware of the dynamics at play. Don't use your age, experience, or wealth to control her decisions. A real connection comes from equality and respect. What you should do instead. To balance the picture, here are behaviors that strengthen an age-gar relationship. Be confident but humble. Don't flaunt your age or status. Maintain your independence. Don't become needy or controlling. Respect her growth. Allow her to explore life without suffocating her. Stay masculine in the right way. Provide emotional stability, not just financial. Communicate openly. Don't assume she knows what you want. Dignity is everything. Being with a younger woman can be thrilling, but it's also a test of maturity. If you act insecure, controlling, or fake, you'll lose her quickly. But if you carry yourself with dignity, authenticity, and respect, you'll not only keep her attention but also earn her admiration. The ultimate rule is simple: never do anything that makes you look desperate, insecure, or dishonest. Instead, embody the qualities of a strong, wise, and confident man. That's what truly captivates a younger woman, not money, not flashiness, but presence and self-respect.